Welcome back, you idiots, you sons of bitches, you pieces of shit, you fuckwits. This is episode 911 of Erratic Symposium.
Why?
With your host. Shut the fuck up, I haven't said my name, come on. I'm sorry. Okay, yes, this is episode 11 of the Erratic Symposium podcast with your host, Jordan, and the other host,
Kodo.
Woo! Amazing! So, how's life, you son of a bitch?
Well, before that, I have to clarify. Just now, the reason that I say why is because why do you have to mention 9/11?
Why not?
I don't know.
Edgy. I'm so edgy. I hurt myself in my edginess. No, of course not. I'm sorry.
I feel like
No,
I don't know, man. I feel like 9/11 is a very tragic thing in America.
Yeah, it is a very tragic thing.
And then you use it for a joke in the podcast.
Have you not seen comedians using 9/11 as a joke before?
No.
They're everywhere.
Really?
It's been
I
so
see.
long. People have come to a point where they just don't care anymore.
I didn't even know
they're
that.
just like, fuck it.
I see. Okay then.
I mean, yes, we have to understand 9/11 was a tragic thing. However, comedy can help alleviate the, I suppose, sense of tragicness. Yeah, it's a weird debate, I suppose. So, what's happening with life, my good friend, Kodo?
Well, beforehand, I have to say,
Yes.
well, so what are you doing when you are doing every time we are doing a podcast?
I'm literally
I literally just
I just exist. I just sit here. I do nothing. Quite literally,
won't you?
look at our Discord chat. I just look at your image and I just see the green circle appear and I know, oh shit, you're there. You're talking to me and I'm gonna talk to you.
Really?
That's literally
well,
fucking. That's
every
literally-
time-
I have those bored. Yeah.
every time
you do what?
every time we are doing a recording, I was looking around Google Chrome. I was browsing the internet, looking at random stuff. That's what I always do for the 10
okay.
episode and the 2. Podcast, the Mosaic is the Wonderland. I look around browser, and the problems. I didn't even know the mouse click goes into the recording. The sound of the mouse click.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know that until the last 2 episodes when I was editing them, and I was thinking, well, shit, I have to do something else in the future recording that isn't browsing through the internet. Hello?
Apologies, there was some technical errors on my side. My recording cut off for a while. We are back.
And suddenly
Let's
I heard a lot of weird noise from you.
From my side?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
Like, it's weird. It's like suddenly, well, maybe something happened to you over there. Maybe you are being
I don't
possessed.
know. I'm still alive. I was not suddenly
Are you
transmitted
sure?
into.
What if you are not Jordan anymore? You are actually an alien disguise. Like, you have replaced Jordan.
Impossible. I am not a different person. I am Jordan. Exterminate.
Wait. You know Doctor
Yes.
Who? You watch Doctor Who?
It was a long time ago, and it was like
I know your
a handful of
sound,
episodes.
your voice is basically that fucking race
There's the
in...
fucking Dalek. Yes,
Yeah,
I am the
Daleks.
Dalek.
What the You're making the Dalek voice.
Exterminate.
Well,
Does it sound that like the Daleks, or is it just
it's
the words?
very similar to the voice of the Daleks.
Okay, maybe I should be the voice actor for the next line of fucking Daleks.
So
Shit.
you actually watched it before.
Yeah, quite a long time ago though. Haven't been following it for like years.
I tried to watch it.
Was it
Like,
for
I
you?
watched 2 seasons of it and I don't remember anymore.
Oh,
At that time,
Okay.
they just switched to the new Doctor, which is an old guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right now the new doctor is a woman, right?
Yeah,
It's a woman.
it is a woman. It is a woman.
Yeah.
Very interesting twist, I suppose.
I'm not that interested in Doctor Who, I guess. But I'm surprised you know Doctor Who.
Come on, Doctor Who is like a huge international phenomenon. It's a bit
Not really. I thought it's just
how the
an
fuck
England.
do you not know?
Because no, yeah, I don't know Doctor
Who.
Who.
Survived for so many fucking years. It had to go international at one point in its life.
Because no one knows Doctor Who at my area. I'm the only guy who knows what is Doctor Who.
Because they're uncultured swine. No, just kidding.
Well, you might as well say everyone around me are uncultured swine because like when back in my school days, a lot of things I look up online. Most people, like basically my classmates and my friends, most of them usually don't know anything. So basically, the pop culture reference they do not really know, and I always feel like I know it one step ahead. And I'm always the one who tells my friend about pop culture shit. It's really weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's why I'm quite surprised when you know about Doctor Who. I don't think everyone will know about it.
I have the internet.
Maybe Malaysia.
I have the internet. I know a lot of things.
Like what?
That's a good question.
Anyway, just now we're going to ask you the questions. Yeah, you say you are just looking, and when doing the recording, you are just looking at the screen.
Discord.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And I have to look for other way that isn't looking at the browser, clicking around.
But the looks of it, you're playing SNES 9X or something like that.
Can you hear? Yes, it's an emulator. I'm playing games.
I cannot hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear any button press?
No, nothing. I hear
you. It doesn't. Hopefully, it doesn't appear in the.
In the what?
Hopefully, the button press doesn't appear in the recording.
It seems to be fine. I'm hearing nothing right now.
Okay, that's
nothing
good.
From no button presses.
So do you hear the mouse click back then?
I think I did, but it was very few and far in between, if I remember correctly.
It's very frequent in the recording.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
In the recording, they are very frequent, and I didn't even know, didn't even realize.
Okay, well that's a problem then.
Yeah, that's why I have to do something else, which is right now I'm playing an emulator. I'm playing a game on an emulator with controller. Yeah. Okay, so who's gonna start first?
I don't know, man. I haven't really been thinking much about this week because this week there were like a lot of assignments that I had to look into.
Is there like 10 assignments for you? Is there like 10 assignments for you?
I just have like multiple pretty big reports right now.
Big reports?
Big reports, big marketing stuff. Yeah.
I see. Marketing stuff, so you're going to market. That reminds me. I was playing games while talking, so maybe I might end up saying some stupid shit.
You mean like all those game commentators and stuff?
No, I'm currently playing games while talking to you, so I might end up saying some stupid shit.
Oof! Ouch! Ow!
Yeah. Anyway, when you say what? Okay. When you say marketing,
you can say. When I say what?
When you say marketing, it reminds me of the Wing Shop Fair where DG talks about Aikasu stars. Don't know whether you have watched it.
Can you explain to me about this? The context of this?
Well, DG Bro, he did Wing Shop Fair on Aikasu stars.
Okay.
And he mentioned that one of the episodes is about Well, it's about the girls have to advertise a product to people. And
Okay.
DG asked May, well, isn't that lying? The way she advertised, isn't that
Okay.
lying? And
Okay.
May just say, it's marketing. That's just marketing.
It's marketing.
Yeah.
Come on, marketing is all about trying to manipulate people into buying your shit. That's what marketing is about. It can lie or it can exaggerate, but as long as it sells you shit, that's what they want.
But iCastle Star is a kid show, aimed at girls.
Well, McDonald's is a humongous fucking fast food chain, and they use all these advertising for kids.
Really? Did they?
It's not really hard to. Have you not heard of McDonald's and they're advertising aimed at children?
No,
I
never seen
all these. Like all these collectible toys. Look at this Happy Meal box, so happy. Ooh, it's so kid friendly, right? That's how they get kids to buy. That's how they get literally lifelong customers.
I never seen.
Did you not think of this? No. Did you just not think about this?
What?
Like all the advertising aimed at children. Did you never think about this?
I've never seen advertisement aimed at children. For the McDonald's one. But I did see toys advertisements, and they do attract me when I was still a kid, and I tell my dad to get it for me.
That's what they were doing.
And my dad.
Yes, that's what they're doing. Did your dad get you a toy? No?
What? Yes, my dad did get me the toys.
Okay. See, that's what they do. That's how they advertise to kids. They talk about toys. They talk about collectible stuff.
And
they talk about the wonders. Yeah. They talk about the wonders of the Happy Meal. Or some shit like that. I don't know. That's how they get kids to,
What does Happy Meals do? Get kids high?
I mean, look at the packaging of the Happy Meals now. It literally has a smiley face on it. I don't think the smiley face is for adults. It looks like it's for kids,
But
such a colorful, nice little box.
But adults have a very depressing life in general. Soulless working life.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, yeah, my working life is boring.
Yes, we could gather that from the past episodes where you talk about your shitty work life. Like it's so shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I should have a job.
Well, how should I say? Okay, here's one thing that is very weird. Yeah. Well, recently, I'm a cashier, and I don't know why, I feel like doing tokusatsu posts every time I did a transaction with a customer.
What? What do you mean by that?
Like, I have an urge to do a tokusatsu post after I did a transaction with a customer.
I don't know. I suppose that would make you a pretty fun cashier or a pretty cringy as fuck cashier.
It sounds very cungy and cringy. I have the urge to do it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams!
No! I won't do that! Fuck! No!
Okay.
That's very awkward. I don't want to...
Of course you won't do it.
Right now, I'm just trying to keep my... how should I say? What kind of life? My private life away. So keep my private life separate from my working life. And I don't want anybody in the company to know about my private life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your private life is very out of the box compared to, anyone else.
Yeah, that reminds me that, there's the female cashier. She asked me, do I play games? Do I play video games? I say yes. Then she asked me, what games do I play? And oh, fuck. Okay. And
yes.
Yeah, she asked me, and then she proceeded to ask, so do I play PUBG? I say no. Ugh. Do I play Free Fire? I say no. And then Mobile Legends? No. Then what the hell do you play? and I just tell her I play Devil May Cry, and she say, "What the heck is that?"
Uncultured swine!
No,
Jesus fucking
I don't expect much from my colleagues. I mean, yeah, I think I just assume that everyone is normie. So and I just try to not even if I try to talk to my colleagues, I just try to avoid animes and games and movies
okay.
and things. Yeah.
Just all the pop culture stuff.
Yeah.
Do not get it anywhere close to them at all.
Yeah, I just try to avoid it. I don't think they know a lot of things.
I don't know. It sounds like there's more left. Either it's a generational thing, or it could just be whether or not they had those things during their childhood or something.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, are you the youngest in this workforce?
Basically, but that cashier is 21 years old, and I'm 20.
We could try and, but we could theorize that maybe she didn't have the stuff you had when you were a kid. Basically, all these gaming stuff, all this pop cultural stuff, or at the very least, access to the pop culture.
And
that's just me theorizing as to why she would not know the greatest fucking game in the world.
Well, I just think that she doesn't look like the kind of people who is big into gaming. So I don't expect her to know Devil May Cry or any games at all, aside from the most mainstream ones.
True. All these casual gamers.
Yeah, she's a casual. You can tell.
Yeah, looks to be a very. Yeah.
She says it. Yeah.
I suppose. In any case, I actually do have something to talk.
Yeah,
I actually do have something to talk about. You son of a bitch! I do have something to talk. So, during this past week, there was in the Toho subreddit, as all you viewers know, I am a very big fan of Toho Project.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Yeah, of course you fucking don't know. You're a fucking capybara. Of course you don't.
Oh, that's my Discord profile pictures.
Why are you a capybara?
No, capybaras are cute.
Let's push away what I'm supposed to talk about. Why the fuck are you a capybara now?
Because capybara is cute. Capybara is cute.
I don't know. They look fucking bored as shit.
No, they aren't.
Guinea pigs were cute.
They are cute. They are cuter than guinea pigs.
What the fuck? Oh shit. Are you serious? No, I love guinea pigs.
The first time I see capybara, I say, "Whoa, what a weird creature!" And I try to look up internet what kind of animal is this, and I learned, oh, it's called capybara, and they look interesting.
Oh shit! Oh my god.
Yeah.
So in any case, let's go back to what I was.
Yeah, something about Toho subreddit.
Yes, in the Toho subreddit, somebody posited this question. I want to make something where a group of people will write one story. Who wants to do it?
What?
So,
could you repeat on that?
Have you ever heard of like these kind of? It's like a group writing thing. You write, but it's like a group of people write one thing.
And?
In like maybe one document or something like that. They write one story. A group of people in a joint venture writing one narrative.
Whoa.
That was what he asked for. And I signed up for it.
Nice,
and now
nice.
And now we have a Discord channel with 10 people out there playing around with ideas, joking around, and telling us each other what.
Has there been any efforts been made? Any progress?
There's actually there's quite an effort in terms of idea generation. However, we have not started yet because we just got the Discord channel up like 2 or 3 days ago.
2 or 3 days ago.
2 to 3 days ago. And the guys over there are pretty fucking cool, honestly. Pretty cool.
Explain. Cool.
Pretty cool. They're pretty friendly motherfuckers, man.
They're pretty friendly.
Good.
Well.
Pretty friendly.
But
They
Discord is
communicate
great.
quite a lot, actually.
Discord is great.
Discord is great.
Yeah, because like
Discord is
when
great.
the first time I used Discord, and I was thinking, wow, Discord is a great app to use. If you manage to find a community you can fit in, it's a great place.
Yeah.
And that's why there was a period that I tried to encourage the club to have a Discord server.
To Discord it up. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, but and it fell. It didn't happen.
Dude, you could have told me that so maybe I could have told the committee now to try and see if they can get a Discord.
Well, right now, Brian. Okay, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, just
whoa, maybe
we shouldn't mention anyone's name. Alright, right now there's one guy. We technically have a Discord server now because there's one guy who
he has. Are you serious?
We have kind of we have sort of because one guy he advertised that a Discord server that he's in, and he say you join this server, there are channels that is for us J-pop culture members, and I joined it, and it's basically it's a Discord server for his clan in World of Tanks, but there's one channel that only the J-pop culture members can join, and
for some reason nobody's joined it.
Well, there are people who join it. Those mostly people who do play video games. And and there's only one channel for us. And I scroll up. I just scroll through what conversation has happened, but there isn't any conversation. Just a bunch of pictures posting. They just post a bunch of pictures and not very
pretty useless, I suppose.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's pretty useless. Yeah, and when I say I want a Discord server, Discord up the club, it's like, well, we can have multiple channels dedicated to multiple things and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and since it doesn't work, I tried to encourage it failed. I didn't bother it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit sad. But now that you have taken this issue to me, I shall see what I can do in the.
Well, okay. I also think that I don't know if it works. It really works. I'm just telling you that the benefits of the Discord, like you have multiple channels you can dedicate to it. You can have a voice chat for those people who play games. Or maybe in the random night they feel like chatting, they can pop up on voice chat. There's a lot of benefits to it. Yeah. But I do think about the bad things too. Like there isn't a lot of members in our club. There are plenty of ghost members.
We have around members this time.
How many members?
Around 50 members or something. But
really? But how many of them are active? How many of them are active?
That's a good question.
Yeah, we have a lot of ghost members. And we don't have a lot of active members. So, well, we need Discord. A community needs a lot of members to be interesting, especially when we're going to have multiple channels dedicated to different specific interests. Like, for example, maybe we have a cosplay. Maybe we can have a cosplay channel, but since there's so few members and not everyone and none of the members are interested in cosplay, then that channel will be very inactive.
Yes, I get your concerns. You don't really need to tell me that part.
Yeah, these are the concerns if we actually set up a Discord servers. Yeah, are the concerns I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
That was a bit of a huge tangent from what I was speaking of.
Tangent?
Yes.
What are you?
It's quite a big tangent. I was talking about my amazing Toho collab on a story.
The Discord.
Hey, don't fucking
the Toho joint venture.
I literally, like, in just 3 days, I literally trust everyone in the fucking this fucking Discord server, because they all have they of course all have a sense of humor, like a human being, but they all have such interesting ideas to play around with, which is pretty cool. I don't want to spoil any of the ideas here. However, I was thinking maybe I could shout them all out in this pretty shitty podcast that has little to no viewers at all. It's just their Discord names. Do you think it's okay, man?
What? Hello?
Do you think it's okay?
What? What is okay?
Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's okay for me to shout them out? You know, shout outs and stuff.
Well, you can do shout if you want to. You can do the shout if you want to. It's up to you.
Yeah, okay.
And I prefer not to do a shout out to anything, or try to not to mention anybody, to keep the privacy.
Yeah, I suppose.
You can do it if you want.
Nah, maybe not then. In any case, it is a pretty interesting project, and I do hope it will go pretty far. Maybe it will actually finish a story. I would like that to happen. I would like to see the end product. I would like to see everyone's effort in the end product. I would like to see how everyone else compares in terms of quality. It will be very interesting. And I hope once it finishes, I hope I could at the very least advertise it here. Just for a bit, a bit of word of mouth.
Speaking of advertise, are you going to advertise this podcast series or our other podcast series to the channel? So come to that.
I honestly don't know.
Server.
I honestly don't know.
Do it. For more views.
I am still extremely embarrassed by the quality of what I have as of this moment. I don't have a mic. I don't have the money for a mic right now.
I know, like to have a mic, but we need views. Or else we are doing this for literally just ourselves.
I don't know. It's already pretty fun doing this for ourselves. It would be an added bonus to have more people watch it.
Yeah, but yes, because it's a podcast in YouTube after all, and so I still wish that at least there's some audience, at least for people. We are making a podcast. We should let some people to listen to it.
Yeah. I'm under the impression that there is this one guy who always comments. Who comments on our videos.
Really? Is there?
Do you remember? Do you not forget that one piece of fucking shit? I know who you are, you son of a bitch. I know him. He's a fucking friend of mine.
I didn't know that.
No, I know. He does comment. I don't know whether or not he's commented on every video, but the fucker does do it. I know who you are. I don't know where you are, but if once I do, I'll find you and I'll fucking kill you.
Does he comment random stuff?
His fucking secrets. I know what he does on Reddit. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Just kidding. I'm sorry.
Well.
Shit. I was supposed to meet him during Chinese New Year, but for some reason the plan didn't go anywhere. I did meet my other friends, which is pretty cool, but not him.
Is the other friend your boyfriend?
You. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do this to me? I'm gonna
because homosexual is the best.
I'm not into that. I'm not homophobic. I'm more or less just totally indifferent. I don't care. Do what you want. I do what I want.
But I'm into Yuri, so yeah. And make some gay jokes in the process because I'm into Yuri. Yeah. But
I'm not into that. Yeah.
My attempt to go into yaoi failed a few weeks ago. I tried to get into yaoi and I just looked through manga decks and I looked through manga decks and I clicked yaoi and I tried to find some yaoi story that catch my attention, and none of them are able to catch my attention.
Well, of course it failed. I do not see you as a yaoi guy at all. A yuri guy, sure, but yaoi, I am under no obligation to ever believe that you will get into it ever.
But the thing is, I'm very curious about unusual relationship, like relationship that isn't heterosexual.
Yeah, you're curious. That doesn't mean you're actually gonna get into it. Those are very different things.
Damn it!
I'm not saying you will never get into yaoi. Maybe you will.
But
I'm
right
not,
now,
but I'm trying.
I don't know where to start, and I cannot find anything that interests me. Hello?
I suppose. I don't know. Because, come on, you can't really be talking to me about this stuff. I don't do yuri or yaoi, so I don't really have any recommendation.
Yeah, I know. I'm not asking for recommendations.
Of course. What's next on the list of agendas that we wish to speak of, my friend?
Well, okay, let me look through my notes. What have I written down?
What the fuck?
Yeah, because I refuse to talk about... Notes. Yeah, I refuse to talk about Mahou Shoujo.
Don't. I'm not interested in that as well.
But, okay, now you're making me going to talk about Mahou Shoujo.
Shut the f***! No! Stop!
Yes, I'm going to fucking talk about it.
I will disconnect from this damn thing and I will leave you hanging for the next hour.
Fine, I'll just... Then the rest of this episode will only have one host.
It's just me! This is Erratic Symposium with your host, Jordan, and only Jordan. Nobody else was ever here. Forget every other episode. Just this episode. Just Jordan.
That sounds like...
Jordan.
This sounds like something just from another dimension where only you just make this podcast, you alone.
That sounds like the saddest podcast in the world. When I'm just talking to like someone else, but that someone else isn't fucking there. Holy shit. That is so sad. Oh my god. Sounds like the perfect dimension for me. Let's go. Come on, I'm gonna build a dimension hopping machine. Let's go.
Wow. Okay.
I actually like this dimension more.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Mahou Shoujos because last week I finished. Why do you have no interest in Mahou Shoujo first? What's happened?
Because I have never had an interest. It never It never.
Not
Wait,
even.
Stop. Let me try. No. Stop. Can you at the very least clarify your definition of a Mahou Shoujo so we are all on the same page?
Okay. Magical girls?
Is it just magical girl?
Yes, magical girls. Why? I
only remember that the first anime I've ever watched
is Sailor Moon.
No, Sakura. Have you heard of Have you ever heard of Shugakara? Is it pronounced Shugakara?
What the fuck is that shit?
What? How do you not know Shugakara? Motherfucker, that was the best fucking show when I was a kid.
Then why do you hate Mahou Shoujo?
Because nothing else ever came close. I've never been interested in anything else.
Okay, what is the name of that Mahou Shoujo? Shukugawara is a place.
No, Shugokara. Shugo. Shugo.
Shugo.
And then Chara.
Okay. Shugokara.
Chara.
Okay, I found it. It's... Wait, I do see this when I was trying to find some Mahou Shoujo manga to read. And
yes,
I see
and
this.
It was fucking amazing when I was a kid. It was good.
It has an anime? Yes, it does.
Yes.
51 episodes.
The anime was super fucking long.
51 episodes.
No. There's I think 3 seasons, I think. And 2 of them have 51
3
episodes.
seasons.
And
3 seasons. What?
Yes, two of them are 51 episodes. The last season was only 25.
And
it was great.
Oh, but on Mao,
yeah, boy.
On Mao, the 3rd season has a very low score. It's only at 6.7.
Those sons of bitches! They don't know! No, 7.5 for me.
See, the 3rd season.
Oh yeah, nobody watches the fucking 3rd season. The 3rd season is a piece of shit.
Oh, so the 3rd season sucks.
Watch the first. Watch the 1st and 2nd season.
Okay, so something's
wrong
with...
The 1st and 2nd season are fucking...
Something wrong with
so
3rd season.
Adorable. Something was a bit wrong with the 3rd season. I think it was because it diverged from the manga.
And going for original shit. Is it?
I think so.
They're trying
it
to
didn't really translate.
They're trying to go for original shit and they fail.
I think so. That should be the case. But it was a great fucking show. It was so adorable.
Just the first and second season.
Yes, it was great.
Well then,
I am under the impression that this is a magical girl. She does transform into a magical girl.
What is it about? I just saw a pink haired girl with black uniform. What is this show about?
It's been a long time. I've honestly forgotten.
You don't even know the premise about it. You don't even remember the premise.
I know the aesthetics of it. I remember the characters, but I cannot remember the overarching narrative of everything.
Why then? Why is the premise? What is the premise? What is it about? Is she trying to fight crimes? Is she trying to be a drug lord?
There is crime to be fought. She's not a drug lord.
And what is it about?
I cannot remember.
Oh.
I remember, I suppose I do remember their powers. I don't know how to describe them, however. I don't know how to put them into words that make sense or words that are accurate at the very least. I just remember, that I watched it.
Okay.
And I had a lot of fun with it.
I see. Good. So will you say it's a slice of life?
No, it's more like an episodic thing. Every episode has a bit of conflict.
Have you not seen a slice of life anime before? They can be very episodic.
Hey, slice of life is extremely grounded in terms of there is no actions, there's no this and that shit. This is an episodic actiony show, I suppose.
It has actions? What? Well,
yeah,
Sailor Moon has
because this is a magical girl show, and you need to fight fucking crime, or
you haven't seen Princess Tutu. Because you haven't seen Princess Tutu or
yes,
Takeba
of
Sakura.
Course I haven't seen Princess Tutu. I haven't been watching anime in fucking years now that I think about it. Even though I still have my favorite animes.
Well,
but I have not watched anime.
I was gonna say, I have a feeling Magical Girl isn't necessarily action. That's my feeling.
It isn't.
Even though I'm not an expert on the genre, but I have a feeling, they aren't necessarily action. They are just supposedly about girls with magical girls. Yeah. And what are we going to say again? Okay, they actually proceed.
You were gonna talk about
Mahou Shoujo. Okay. Yeah, last week
I just said yep.
So your problem that you don't like Mahou Shoujo is because nothing came close to Shugokara.
I suppose nothing came close to Shugokara. And besides, that was so long ago. I suppose my brain has come to the belief that Mahou Shoujo is more or less for a sort of a kid thing. So I suppose I have a natural aversion to it.
But a kid show doesn't mean it's bad. That's the thing.
I'm not even trying to say it's bad. I'm just trying to say, even if I watch it and think it's good, I will always be under the belief that it is not for me or not for my age group.
No, but just now, what you're trying to say, you make me think that, you have the mental. It sounds like that you have the mentality that, since it's for kids, it's not. It's a kid thing, so it's not gonna be good. Something like that. Because I've seen, I know that there's the mentality that, because something is for kids, so it's not for adults.
I guess you could say that.
Do you really have that mentality?
I don't know. It's specific to Mahou Shoujo stuff.
I'm fine with kids shows actually. I'm very much fine with kids shows.
Some good ass Shin-chan Crayon, right?
I'm not interested with that show. But I do say that I can have interest in the kids show. I think there's nothing wrong with watching a kids show even if you are an adult. Yeah.
I mean, that is true. Nothing is stopping you from watching a kids show other than people judging you for watching a kids show.
Well, those people
So yes,
sucks. Those people sucks if they judge someone because they watch kids shows.
And thieves were created by, I suppose, the idea that, oh, this show is rated for kids and stuff. There's a lot of things that say this is a kid thing. So a lot of people are going to be under the impression that because so many things say that it is a kid thing, they shouldn't be the ones watching it. And if you are watching it, something is wrong with you because for some reason you did not see all the things that said it was for kids. That's just a hypothesis on my side.
Okay. Well,
again, it's not. I don't want to say that you can't watch kid stuff. You can. You can love kid stuff. You can. Yeah, you can love kid stuff. I'm not going to stop you, but there are a lot of people out there who, I suppose, are informed differently. They're not misinformed. They just have different opinions about this stuff.
Well, that's a kind of close-minded opinion.
Really?
Yeah, because just because it's for kids and you shouldn't watch it, it's a very close-minded opinion.
Oh, that opinion. Yes, that opinion is much more close-minded. Yes, it is much more close.
Yeah. So, what was I going to say again? Oh, yeah.
Ish.
Have you watched Madoka?
No.
No.
I have never been interested in Madoka at all.
I know.
Which is pretty weird.
Well, everybody watch Madoka, but no one watch Magical Girl Show. So I come to the conclusion that, well, if you watch Madoka, that doesn't mean you know shit about Magical Girl.
Isn't Madoka basically very different from the traditional?
Well, Madoka basically changed the Magical Girl landscape for eternity. Yeah. So.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever heard about how people say Madoka is a deconstruction of the genre? You ever heard of that?
Well, I have heard from Digibro that it's not.
Yeah, most people say it's. Digibros argue it's not, and well, I cannot say anything because I'm gonna explore the genre, but I do trust him, and the general consensus can be dumb sometimes, I guess. But there's another YouTuber. She's a woman. I forgot her channel name. I heard that she's gonna do specialize on Mahou Shoujo channel, and her first video is Madoka Magica is not deconstruction. I didn't watch that video, so I do think that. So if there's people like Digibro and that woman who argues Madoka is not deconstruction, maybe those who say this one are kind of people who doesn't have a lot of knowledge on the genre.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, Madoka really changed the genre a lot. Like right now every Magical Girl show is either meta shit or very dark and edgy shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
And I'm not very happy with that direction.
I mean, I suppose it is trying to subvert what magical girls usually are associated with, which I suppose is something that I could, take note of. I could nod my head in their direction and go, okay, sure, do what you want to do.
Well, I don't care about subversion, and I don't care about meta. I want a good story, good characters. How about creating something that's actually good instead of trying to be meta?
Huh.
Or how about trying to create something that's good instead of trying to be dark and edgy?
I don't really know. Can you repeat the question in a better way, I suppose?
Yeah, so I'm trying to say that, well, I'm not happy with the I'm not happy with the current situation of Mahou Shoujo because everything is either dark and edgy or very meta.
And how are you going to?
And I don't like it because I don't think there's anything special with trying to be dark and edgy or trying to be meta. Like I feel like people are doing it because it attracts attention.
No, it is special if no one else is doing it. But by
now
everybody
else is doing it. Everybody else is doing it.
So dark and edgy Mahou Shoujo is oversaturated. There is a need to try and go to some other ways of portraying Mahou Shoujo to, get a better audience, I guess.
Oversaturated? Is that the right word?
It is, isn't it? Oversaturated. You have saturated the market with a lot of edgy, dark Mahou Shoujo, and thus, because there's so many, none of them are actually unique anymore. Thus, you have oversaturated.
Well,
do you not agree?
That is well. I'm not confident on using that word yet because will you say the same for pre-Madoka era? Because what Madoka did is because since most people think since it's a very dark show and the general consensus think it's a deconstruction, it subverts all the tropes of Mahou Shoujo, and that's why it causes that the genre nowadays are all meta or dark and edgy. And the pre-Madoka era's magical girl, they are all cute and sweet. And people think that Madoka suffered all of that shit.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, and so will you say the pre-Madoka era, those magical girls are oversaturated, those cute and bright and poppy one?
Though that would maybe a bit harder for me to assume that it is oversaturated. Let's take into account the idea of what your problem is now. The Mahou Shoujo genre is now all dark, it's now all edgy, so it is not unique anymore. This take of Mahou Shoujo is not unique anymore.
No.
However,
Okay. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
However, this take of Mahou Shoujo is a unique take. It was supposed to be a unique take. When it came to the Mahou Shoujo before Madoka, I'm under the impression
before they are all bright and poppy.
Yes,
maybe that's Shigokara.
But that was during a time where there wasn't that much of a branching off. There was a saturation. The question now was whether or not, when will it be saturated? Because I don't know. There's the idea of novelty, I guess, when it comes to the edgy, dark Mahou Shoujo. There's novelty. If you use it too much, the novelty disappears. However, in the beginning, the novelty, I guess, for pre-Madoka Mahou Shoujo was a lot of other things. It wasn't just aesthetic. It wasn't just how they told the story. It wasn't like the mood, the edginess, or the darkness. It wasn't just that. There were a lot of other things, I suppose. Basically what I'm saying is, at the time, there were a lot of other things that people wanted to do to maybe try and make themselves a bit more unique than than all the others. Now, though, you seem to have found a trend that is very uniform, very homogeneous, very linear, very boring.
Oh.
So I wouldn't really say the pre-Madoka stuff was oversaturated, if only because I'm under the impression that at the time there was a lot of experimentation, there was a lot of different kinds of ways to portray motion.
How do you know pre-Madoka era there are a lot of experimentation with the genre? I never say anything about that.
No, this is only speculation on my part. This is based on the idea that because it is a new product, or at the very least in this case, a new genre, or subgenre, I don't know, people had to play around with the ideas first to see which kind of ideas stuck.
Oh.
And Madoka seems to have hit the right mark. And it became very popular. It became sensationally popular.
Well, I think that just everybody are trying to cash in on mangaka success. So everyone's are doing dark magical girl or doing a meta magical girl.
Yeah. It's a very interesting topic, I guess. It's a very interesting thing to look into, like the progress, the evolution, the growth of anime
Yeah.
and or manga.
History of anything is cool. It's like a lore of something, some nerd things.
It is lore, and for some reason everyone hates history, which is fucking weird. What's wrong with you people?
I have no idea. There are a lot of people hate history, which is basically lore for
It's not even just a lore, it's a story. How are you so bored of history that you will never see it as a story? It's literally called his story.
Damn it. I don't know how to beat this level.
Shit. I thought you were gonna start clapping, the slow clap or something.
No, I won't.
But it seems not.
I was gonna say, well, okay. So even though the magical girls right now, they are the current situation of magical girls, I did have some magical girls, post-mangaka magical girl that I enjoy. Some.
Okay.
Mahou Shoujo side for one, which is, well, how should I say? Mahou Shoujo side. I think Mahou Shoujo side can be recommended to people. Like at first, I won't recommend it, but considering the current direction it goes, I think I can recommend it to people who want some really ridiculously edgy things or some actions.
Okay.
Because so I'm not that into it, but I somehow want to see how it ends. So yeah, every once in a while I just scroll through the chapters to see what happens. Yeah. And the other one is, well, it's a very long name. Let me look up how should I pronounce it. Okay. Machikata. Okay. Machikata Kowo Mahou Shoujo.
What a long name, yeah.
I messed up and made the wrong person into a magical girl. Okay, that one I actually enjoy.
I feel like is this a new one?
Yeah, it's pretty new.
I feel like I've heard of it. Oh shit! Yeah.
Basically the mascot character she chose a delinquent to be a magical girl. That's the premise.
I remember.
And I enjoys it. I recommend it because the action is fucking great. Like each story arc, I don't find it funny, but I enjoy the actions. And I kind of enjoy the story, or kind of enjoy the characters. They are good enough. Let's just say they are good enough. And the action, and the action is, well, I love how the action is drawn, the fight, and there's a lot of fights. Each story arc is basically a single big fight. Yeah. So I enjoy that. I recommend it to action fans.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but still,
how many chapters has it? How many chapters are there for that right now? I only seen I think the first one.
25. I think.
Okay, I haven't.
For the English.
Okay, I haven't seen any updates for it for a while.
Yeah, it stopped updating. The translator stopped translating. But apparently, the Chinese one is still continues. So if you know Chinese, you can look it up.
No, I can speak a bit, but I can't read.
Yeah, I know you can read Chinese. This reminds me of the same case. Like, there's one time I used 1 day to finish 20 volumes of manga.
Why?
Because that manga, I fucking enjoy that manga, and I feel like I want to finish it, and that I just used 24 hours to finish that manga series, 20 volumes only of it. And in the English, it's all in Chinese. In English, there's only like 5 volumes translated. It stopped translating, but Chinese, it's finished translated. The series has ended, and I really in Chinese, and I enjoy it. Enjoy the hell out of it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But finishing something in 20 volumes, that I don't think I will ever do that again. That sounds kind of insane.
No, it sounds like it fucking hurt. Like, it hurt you, like, physically and mentally.
But I really love that manga. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose you should do what you love.
Yeah.
You know.
So.
What now?
Well, I haven't get to the point. That the last week why I got into Mount Shoujo. Why? The last week I got into Mount Shoujo. Well, should we talk about it? Should we really talk about it, or you just, or it's your turn to talk about your
I
story?
Go to sleep. I don't know. If you talk about it, I go to sleep.
Really?
But if I talk about whatever I'm going to talk about, I don't know whether or not you go to sleep.
No, I don't go to sleep. Why would I sleep when I am listening to someone talk?
Because I would.
What?
No, I. It's actually pretty hard for me to sleep when someone's talking or anything like that. That's why I never sleep in class. I've never been able to sleep in class.
Wow, seriously.
I don't know why. I've never been able to.
That's like a superpower.
It's not even that. Is it that hard to not sleep in fucking class?
You can. Well,
go to sleep,
even if you have
go to
enough.
Sleep early, wake up at a good fucking time. Go to school, listen. If you're not listening, do something with your brain. Say something in your brain. Start imagining shit. Be creative. Don't go to sleep. Going to sleep is a waste of fucking time. Don't do that, please.
Even if you have enough sleep, you will still feel like sleeping because sitting is too comfortable. And
well, maybe because you have a shitty sleeping habit. I'm sorry, that was a joke.
No, I don't think. I think that. Well, that sitting is too comfortable for students. Well, at least for me. That's why I can sometimes sleep.
For an entire hour.
Or standing, or listening to the teacher. Standing instead.
I have heard the sitting down isn't the best way to actually learn stuff. You have to be active with your body, not just with your brain. Sitting down is too mundane. It's too inactive. You need to do something while you're learning and stuff. That's what I heard.
I see.
Was like a long time.
I see. Maybe there are some school out there that basically doesn't let students sit, and students have to listen to class while standing up.
That'd be a bit torturous, though. I'm gonna believe some parents might have a bit of a problem with that.
Well, screw parents. I mean, have you heard of how teachers nowadays, they always say that, well, the parents care about their children too much. Have you heard about teachers always complain?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Are we the snowflake generation? The snowflake generation.
Well, it's too spoiled. Child nowadays are too spoiled. Right. The teachers always complain about it.
I suppose. Which is why if I ever run for government, I shall say that I will guarantee to all teachers that they will get one free slap on any parent that they want to slap.
Are you serious? Oh, just a joke. That's just a joke.
Because think about it. That's how you get the teachers' votes. You just tell them, hey, you think the parents are assholes? Well, now it's time for you to punish them. And they'll be like, oh shit, I'm gonna vote for you, motherfucker. And then they put their fucking, like, their vote into your ballot. And they're like, this is how I want presidency.
Well, I was gonna say, oh yeah, have you think about that? If you ever have a kids, how will their kids look like? Or if you ever have kids, what are you going to do to your kid? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I have thought about that quite a bit, actually. I started thinking to myself, how would I parent them? Because, I mean, most of the time when you think about stuff like this, it's very... It's wishful thinking, basically.
Wishful thinking? I don't know.
Yes.
It feels like just something for me to do when I have nothing to do. I just think about the situations, the possibilities. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is a very good thought exercise. It's a very good, like thing to tell yourself what will you do and what can you do. But in the grand scheme of things,
in the grand scheme of things,
you're not guaranteeing anything when you think about these kinds of things.
Of course, you don't.
What kind of a parent will you be? No, it's not just scenarios. It's not scenarios. It's what kind of a parent will you be? You keep thinking to yourself, I'm going to be this kind of parent. The problem is, are you seriously going to put the effort for that shit? Really?
No, I never think of that. I never think of that. I just think that, what will I do toward my kid?
Fucking hell, I've been thinking about that. Like, as an adult parent with a kid, I should play games with them. I should teach them.
You should teach them fighting games.
Fuck off. I should teach them, like, the the morals of the game. How you shouldn't, be too obsessed with it. Games can be a very good learning experience for, like, both the parent and the kid.
I see.
I might as well take that and I love gaming. I might as well take that opportunity.
Yeah, I've asked my friends, like, will you let your friends, if you have kids, will you let your kids play games? And I have friends that say yes, and I have friends that say no.
Your friends that say no are fucking monsters. Just kidding, that was a joke. No. Don't take that. Don't take that seriously. No, stop right there.
Well, and I do think that, if my father didn't buy so much games for me, there wouldn't be me today. This is something I've talked about before. Right.
But if your father did buy so many games, but also spent the time to play the games with you.
My father did spend time to play games with me.
Did he or did he not?
Did he? Yes, he had.
Really?
Yes. He did play games with me and my sister.
How dedicated was he in that?
Well,
in that venue? It's
like family time, I guess. I don't remember much, but I do have memories that my father played games together with me and my sister, like video games.
But was he like really serious about it? Was it like, was he really into the idea of using games to, like,
and now,
get closer with his children?
when we grow up, when we are a bit older, he doesn't do that anymore. So he just do it with us when we I was very, very young. I don't remember any details at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it was one way of getting closer to your kids.
And since my father bought so many games and consoles for us, my sister and I got into gaming for a long time. Well, my sister don't play games anymore, but I still play games. And now I'm a fucking big gaming nerd.
Yeah, sounds like me a bit. My dad used to always buy, like, he always used to buy the pirated games every Saturday or Sunday, like just 2 or 3 new discs, just for me and my PS2.
Wow.
And that's why I suppose I got into gaming so much. And I suppose that's also why he got into a bit of gaming as well. He played Dynasty Warriors for fucking ages. Then he went on to Monster Hunter 2 and got max money in Monster Hunter 2, which takes you fucking months offline. Then he played Devil May Cry, went back to Monster Hunter, played Monster Hunter 3, played Devil May Cry 1 and 2, and then got to Resident Evil 4. And that's where he technically stopped playing PS2 games. And he started doing some more mobile phone game stuff. My dad was oddly prolific for a guy his age, which is pretty cool.
Nice. What's prolific? I don't remember. Let me look up.
Search it up in the dictionary.
Yeah, I'm searching it up. Prolific.
Yeah. Prolific.
Okay. So that's
words.
prolific. Yeah.
I'm so smart, right? I'm so smart, right, guys?
Well, you write
some big words.
Well, you do write fan fictions and novels
and original stuff.
Really? That's cool. Well, you did say you write novels. You write novels. That's what I know. So
Yeah,
I
but
assume. So I guess that's original stuff.
Yeah, that's the original stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Since my father bought so many games for me, and it caused me to become me today, and I see a lot of kids whose parents obviously didn't give them that much games. So yeah, and look at them. Yeah, that really makes me think. Yeah, what if my father didn't buy so many games for me? Do I end up like them? Yeah.
That's a very interesting thought, I guess.
Yeah, and like
I honestly dread any other like depiction of me in terms of like what would happen if I had games? What would happen if I went to this school instead of that school? All that kind of stuff. I honestly dread all other interpretations. I like the me now.
I think about a lot about what if I'm a bit more normal? What will I look like? What will I act like? How will I act like if I'm a bit more normal instead of like this autistic guy, autistic nerd?
Autism is a lot more serious than that, my friend. Don't listen. You shouldn't really listen to Digibro about autism, I guess.
Well, I'm using the word autism in a meme way. It's kind of the word is kind of a meme. It's used a lot
Not
in
just
every
not
place.
just in a serious. Yeah, you mean not just in a serious psychological case?
Yeah, I'm not using that in a serious, and that's the actual mental disease.
Yeah,
I'm just using it like a meme way. People use it a lot online.
Yeah, I suppose they do. Yes. True.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
been 1 hour. It's been 1 hour.
Yeah. It has. It fucking.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up the club fair.
Nothing that big happened in the club. This club fair was actually fucking boring. You know what the theme was? Have you heard of the
meme?
I'm under the impression that you have.
Yes, meme.
Yes, the fucking theme of the fucking fair was memes. And for some reason, more than half of all the clubs in the club fair didn't give a shit.
Well, last year,
more than half of them.
Last year, they also didn't give a shit. Last year, it's about retro gaming.
But the student council gave a shit. They literally decorated and stuff. Here we just posted fucking memes on the wall, and I just look at them and go, is this what happens when we have our budgets slashed? Because from what I have heard, a lot of stuff in the university I'm in now has a lot of things that have their budgets slashed. Because I suppose there was like a bit of a problem with revenue this year or last year. But anyways, other than that, there is something. What?
Nothing. I was playing game. I suddenly died to something bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, move on.
In any case, however, because our club is literally called the J-Pop Club.
Culture.
Yes, Japanese Pop Culture Club. You. Let's be a bit specific there. We literally dredged out from the depths of the internet the best anime memes we could find, and we pasted it all around our booth. And it was fucking hilarious because we also had a TV, and we played normal Japanese music, or we played the memeiest fucking anime shit in the world, and it was great. Do you remember Blend W?
Yeah. That OP.
We played that in the club fair. I literally almost screamed like in horror at the fact that we had the balls to play that, but it was fucking great.
I think it's fine.
I do not regret anything we fucking did there. And do you know what? In the club fair, there is a competition for each booth. It's basically based on votes. The booth that is nominated as the best gets a cash prize. We got second place. We got 100 ringgit. Do you know who got second? Do you know who got first place?
Who?
It was. Have you heard of the I don't know whether or not you know about the Founders Club. You know the Founders Club, right?
No.
It's something called the Founders Club.
What do they do?
I think the Founders Club. I don't even know what the fuck they do. Their name doesn't say anything. The Founders Club. What, you find shit? I don't know. No, you know why they won?
Why?
Not only did their booth had a few memes, they also brought in 2 of those meme as fuck dinosaur costumes. You know those T-Rex costumes? They bought 2 of them into the fair for 2 days, and they got the votes. Fuck. But still, it was pretty cool actually, because at one point I actually wasn't expecting to win, even though we had quite a lot of good memes and nobody else was doing it. Because I was starting to wonder whether or not people were voting based on the number of people who went to their booths, or based on actually like whether or not it was very memey or something like that. Is that a way to say it? Memey? I don't know. However, when we got like 100 ringgit, I and another guy, I'm not going to say his name, were the only ones still there at the booth because everyone had class or everyone just went home. The president wasn't there. I was the vice president. I heard this. I literally burst out laughing, got up and danced my way to the
What do you dance? Award. Did you really dance your way?
It wasn't even. No, it's not even technically a dance. I just did like a few quick moves, I guess, in the beginning. Then I just ran towards them just for the award. I was so happy. I was like, "Oh shit! Look at this, you son of a bitch!" And I just ran to the award. And when I got it, you know how shit the award is? I have it with me. It's literally polystyrene, and they just pasted a fucking piece of paper on it that says, "The best meme booth decoration. Pay to the order of second place, 100 ringgit only, and of course it's to us." It's literally just polystyrene. I don't know why they didn't have the fucking time to make an actual like certificate or some shit. So when I got it, the first thing I said was, "So this is what happens when you have the budget cuts." It's that shit. It's that shit. The student council this semester seems to be turning out to be a fucking joke. We're still watching and seeing what happens next.
Yeah,
I
don't really care about the politics in our university. I don't know what the heck happens.
Well, you have to if you are like part of the club, I guess.
I see. Oh yeah, you are a vice president.
Yes. Yep. We are getting a lot of like new people in the club in our club, I guess. Quite a lot actually.
Wow.
Problem now comes down to what you said. Are they active? Do they want to be active? From what we have seen in J-pop club, the WhatsApp chat, there are a few new members who are very active. The problem is they're active in the sense that the only thing they talk about is anime and manga, nothing else.
What do you mean by that? We are J-pop culture, and
J-pop
ages.
Has more than just J-pop has more than just anime and manga. And I, as the vice president, I have to be very frank here. I honestly am a bit sick of the fact that we just focus on these two. We can focus on more. We can still focus on anime and manga, but there is so much more to Japanese pop culture, to Japanese music,
now you're thinking
art,
about
to plays and shit.
Wow, yeah, right now you're thinking about that. I've talked about that a long time ago. So yeah, I actually think the club has a lot of problems. And for the current situation, there are 2 normies. The club. God damn it.
What? The club isn't even that normie. It doesn't feel normie at all. It feels too specialized. I don't want it to be more.
I will go on the full-on rant on. I cannot believe the days really come. That I go on full-on rant on the club.
Yeah, it's actually a lot better for me to just take this up to the committee, not just say it here when nobody fucking hears it.
Well,
or if they hear it, they're gonna get mad at the fact that I'm saying it here and not to their faces.
Well, yeah, you should really talk about if you really feel that you have a problem with the club, you really should talk it out of the committee things, especially when you are currently in a position with power.
True.
But yeah, I really do have a few problems with the club, like the ones you say. the one you say is one of the problems. I too focus on anime and manga. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you want me to go on a full-on rant of my problems with the club, you can just say the word, and we can spend the next few minutes talk about it.
No, we're a bit late.
Well, we can extend it. We can extend it to 2 hours.
Fucking
Who
hell!
cares?
I'm legitimately getting tired. Like,
Really?
I swear to God, I've wasted too much energy screaming at my fucking laptop.
I'm still pretty energetic.
I'm not interested in actually doing a full-on rant, other than because it is a bit disrespectful on my part.
Well, it's only I doing the rant and you just listen to it.
Maybe not.
Oh, okay.
Next time, man. Maybe next time. I don't know.
I still also haven't talked about Magical Girls. I'm still not over it. I
don't want to hear that. No, go away.
I'm going to talk about it sooner or later.
Yeah, sooner or later, motherfucker.
And sooner or later.
Now.
And sooner or later, we will talk more about the club's problems.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, you're going to stop here? No. I don't really feel like stopping right now for some reason.
No, stop, you fool! Why would you do this?
I just talk about one more things. You want to talk about one more things and end?
What is it? What other thing will you wish to speak of?
Well, how do I know? How the hell do I know?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll just bring up one random things. I don't think that I like Yuri.
I thought you said you were a fan. What the fuck is happening?
Okay, let me explain.
Are you the alien? Have you been fucking replaced?
Okay, let me explain. So I noticed I pay a lot of attention to girls when I'm watching anime or reading manga. Like so much attention and then pay a lot of attention to the fact that something has girls in it, and I don't really care about the settings of the characters or the themes or what it's about. I just look at the girls, and that's what. And I suspect that's what I've been doing this whole time. And if that is, and I say that because. Well, this might very well explain why I have so much problem with Yuri genre. Like, it's very hard for me to find a Yuri work that I like. Like a lot, like basically 90% of the Yuri manga I read, I'm not that into it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's still a problem. It's still a problem. I still do not find a lot of Yuri manga interesting. I still find a lot of them boring, even if they are considered very good by the community. Yeah. So, and I think that, I only actually just into girls. And Yuri has a lot of girls. So that's why I read Yuri.
But for some reason, it's not resonating with you. In a sense.
Yeah, because I only care about girls. Okay, wait. So why do I have this thought?
About girls.
Why do I have this thought? Because recently I watched Hibike. I watched Hibike recently, and I go through. Do you know about anime? Do you know about that anime?
I have not heard of this.
You don't know about Hibike?
Oh wait.
Hibike Euphonium.
Oh, okay, yes, okay. I thought you said something else in the beginning, but it's Hibike Euphonium. Okay.
Okay, it's Hibike Euphonium. Yeah, so recently I finished 2 seasons of it, and it fucking sucks. Okay, sorry to the Hibike fans. But to me, it's really boring. I find it really boring, and I do have interest in it because back then I had interest in it because it has girls in the covers. And there are a lot of girls in the show. Yeah. And then I watch it and I find it really boring.
Is it boring because you just never fucking resonate with the characters or the...
I don't care about their fucking problems. I don't care about their fucking problems.
That's the fucking problem. You don't care about their problems. That's why you think the show is fucking shit. Because
I do
no
notice
sense
that
of urgency on your side.
I do notice that fucking show, that fucking piece of shit show, just try to get people to root for the characters. I try to get people to relate to the characters, which totally failed for me. I don't really empathize with anybody or relate to anybody.
Well, then maybe it's just... Okay, then we can just say it failed for you. It failed
miserably.
It did not convince you.
It fell in a glorious way. Yeah.
And I have no idea why it failed in a way as miserably as.
Well, you have no idea. I know miserably why. Yeah, I don't really care about. Yeah, so watching this CPK, I learned that I only really care about girls. One, yeah, that's one thing. And the other thing is
you sound oddly surface level. It's like I don't care about depth. I just care about the fact that you look nice.
Maybe, I guess maybe. I don't know. I like K-On!, which is about
K-On!'s cute.
Friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really about
friendship. But friendship itself isn't really a situation.
Now I'm kind of frustrated because we are going off topic.
What the fuck? What's the topic?
Well, we are originally going to talk about why I'm not into Yuri, and then we talk about Hibike, and now we're talking about K-On!.
I thought we finished. I thought we got
No,
to the point.
it's not.
The point being,
it's not over yet.
No, it's not for you.
Continue,
my friend. Continue.
For God's sake, now my mind's in a jumble.
What have you fucking done to yourself?
Yeah, what have I done to myself? Maybe we should have ended earlier.
Yeah, see, this is why I told you to stop. If we continue, God will try and smite us for fuck's sake. He already did it with your fucking mic. Don't let him do it to you or me.
Okay. Okay, where shall we go? This episode is really weird. We constantly go off topic. This episode, I don't really know.
Maybe because we're both drunk with tiredness. And
no, I'm not tired. I'm still very energetic.
Maybe you're tired subconsciously. Or maybe because you're playing a fucking game while we're fucking talking.
Well, okay, that might make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait first. I just want to end here first, and we're going to leave these topics from in the future. If they ever get brought up. So the three things.
Yeah,
the first one is about Mahou Shoujo. The second one is about the club. Yeah, the club brand. And the third one is about that
I can't like Yuri said.
No, it's not about my I can like Yuri.
Okay, never mind.
It's more about my fondness for girls. Yeah, my fondness for girls.
Yeah, maybe because you're a straight man. That's why.
But it's more than that. It's more than that. There's more story to it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Hibike is just a part of it. Hibike and Yuri is just a part of the larger story arcs.
The larger story arc of you liking girls. What the fuck is there to talk about? Why are we doing this?
Well, okay.
Okay.
Okay, because we can end here.
Oh, we might as well end here right now.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you all for listening to episode 11. Not 3, not 8, not whatever, not 9/11. Episode 11 of Erratic Symposium with me, Jordan, and my friend, Kodo.
And we left we left a lot of things in cliffhanger. We left a multiple plotline. Now, Erratic Symposium is a podcast series with multiple overarching narrative.
Oh shit! What have we done? Are you keeping notes? Are you keeping notes?
Yeah, I kept notes on this episode on the podcast. I actually
never
kept
mind.
notes.
It's good.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So, yeah. Goodbye, guys.
Yep.
Thank
see
you
ya.
for listening.
Next week, who knows?
Yeah, it's not gonna be weekly anymore. It's going to be irregular.
It's a bit hard for it to be weekly, which is a bit sad.
Yeah, but for us
Oh, well.
has a more busy life now.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Life
Goodbye.
is sad. Life is hard.